Welcome back to the channel, guys. Real quick, want to do this real quick. Y'all can see this Ram 1500 2013 model, okay, with a 4.7 liter V8 engine in it. All right, but the size of the engine is not important. What's going on is no heat. That's right, guys, no freaking heat. Now, actually, no heat on a particular side, which is the driver's side. Actually, there's heat, but it's not blowing sufficient. That's not enough, okay? This customer wants strong, powerful heat coming into their face, all right? So I am here to diagnose this and figure out what's wrong with it, all right? Now, like I said, we want heat, okay? 4.7 V8 engine. All right, first thing you should do, first thing I recommend you do, we gotta separate it. We gotta cut the HVAC system in half, all right? This is the plumbing side, guys. The inside is the distribution, okay? Distribution meaning wherever you want the airflow to come out, you are in control of that. All right, as far as plumbing, first thing I like to do is to check coolant level, guys. Coolant level is very important, okay? If the system is low, no heat, all right? If the system has air pockets in it, no heat, all right? So we gotta make sure that's on point. First thing I would do is check for trouble codes. If you got any kind of codes such as thermostat rationality, anything like that, your thermostat stuck open, no heat, you guessed it, yes, no heat. So, but what I want to do, because I got a pretty good idea, I worked on this vehicle, plumbing side is likely okay, but I want to verify the temperatures of the heater hoses. All right, guys, so if I actually have the car running, make sure the car is at operating temperature. You want to grab the upper heater core hoses. Woo, that is nice and hot. Ladies and gentlemen, after that, you want to grab the lower hose. Okay, now you can use a digital thermometer for this test, okay, if you don't want to use your hand, all right? But yes, both of these heater hoses are extremely hot. Now, I've just eliminated the plumbing side. Okay, let's go in the inside and talk some more. Alrighty, guys, here we are. Guys, this look a mess. This is simply because I have already started diagnosing this, okay? My thing is I'm at the distribution portion of the diagnosis, okay? And what do we have here, guys? This is a HVAC module, okay? When you have an HVAC module, when you have a module of any type, guys, it's likely gonna be on the bus, which means if you have a decent scan tool, you likely could read this HVAC module. As far as trouble codes and things like that that will also lead you in the right direction. And lo and behold, I did have some trouble codes, guys. I'm gonna let this screenshot play right here. These are the trouble codes. So what I did, guys, I went directly to the actuators themselves. I had a couple of actuator codes. All right, now let's talk about these actuators. These two here, guys, according to FCA, these are dual mode actuators, okay? One right here, one right here. You will have a temp door, blend door actuator right here. And of course, the recirc actuator will be over here. Now, I verified these manually. Let me talk about my complaint real quick. All right, I am on heater. The heater is blowing hot and full strength, but only on one side, guys, the passenger side. Okay, I do not have full strength out of the driver's side. In fact, I do not have full heat out of the driver's side. All right, so let's play a little game right quick, guys. Let's use common sense here for a second. Let's use physics, okay? Now, let me set this back up here temporarily. For the record, I'm in full heat mode, right? Now, you guys can't see the temperature. I wish I had my digital thermometer, all right? This is weak and very small heat. This is full-blown heat and extremely hot. Okay, guys, y'all know how the distribution, the HVAC housing is set up, right? There's a lot of doors, a lot of outlets that it goes through. Now, I want to transfer this to full cold with the AC. All right, I just activate AC in recirc mode. Okay, now, guys, all of a sudden, I am getting full-blown airflow out of these vents, the driver's side, okay? And on top of that is full cold, okay? So, one could only suspect, hear me out for a second, if your complaint is, I'm not getting heat on the driver's side, and on top of that, it's not blowing out full strength. Guys, that is a pure sign of a partially clogged heater core. Okay, yes, a partially clogged heater core. Not only is the heat not getting to the other side, but with that restriction that's there, it's likely restricting airflow as well. All right, I see these complaints all the time, guys. First thing I did when I got this, when he called me up, I went to, I'm no different than anybody else. I went to YouTube, guys. I put it in the search engine, and guess who was the first channel to pop up? Yes, my good friend, Uncle Mark, DIY channel. Yes, Uncle Mark did a video on the Dodge Ram trucks. Several years he have in the title, okay? He talked about the deals with the actuator doors and everything. That was a real good video. Thank you, Uncle Mark, for getting me started, okay? But now, I'm having a different issue. I've come to the conclusion, okay? Because I pull these doors off of the HVAC module, and I manually turn these doors. So no matter how I turn these doors, I'm not getting full strength and full heater out of here, guys, all right? My heater core is restricted. Now let me explain something to you guys. If you have dual setup, guys, dual HVAC system setup, you have an extra actuator on the front side of the HVAC unit, okay? The only way to get to that actuator is the dash got to come out. Yes, I know it's a pain, it's ridiculous, okay? But yes, that is a separate blend temp door actuator, okay, if you have the dual setup. So always keep that in mind. If you're hearing if you're hearing that noise and you can't find out, and you manually feeling this and the other two you don't feel it, yes, there is an extra actuator in the front of the housing. But my problem here is I have a clogged heater core, guys. All right, I'm ignoring the fault code due to the fact that I manually move these, and I'm still having the same complaint. I'm still in cold mode. I'm blowing full freaking temperature and cold right here. The minute I put this to heat, my airflow subsides and the temperature stays cool. Okay? Yes. Now, I have an idea, guys. This is what I'm gonna do before I commit to a heater core. Because look at this. This is no joke, guys. Heater core is this is a huge job. The whole dash got to come out to get to the HVAC unit. All right, so I'm going to try some calcium, lime, and rust remover, guys. Now, there's a big debate going on about that. Should you use that in your heater core? To each his own, guys. I'm going to explain to my customer, this is my personal customer, what I'm up against, what I'm going to try before I commit to telling him he need an almost $1,000 heater core, guys. All right, this is roughly like an 8 to 10 hour job. So depending on what you charge per hour would dictate what that final pay is. And keep in mind, we're in February. We're in the middle of February right now. So how much longer do we have before winter hang around? So all of that factors in, will factor in his decision. But before I commit to a heater core, I'm going to try some of that cleaner. I heard I can't go to auto parts store, so I'm going to go to like a Walmart and see if they got some. All right, guys, from looking at this picture, you can see where the actuators, motor door actuators are located. And remember, guys, if you have a dual climate setup, you're going to have another actuator in the front, okay? Now, that one will require you to remove the HVAC housing, all right, in order to gain access to it, okay? So if you got a single head system, you only have these three up front and the one on the recirc, okay? So now I'm back in the truck right now. I'm getting ready to put this back together because I basically was honest with my customer, okay? This is a huge job. It's gonna run him almost $1,000, guys. Depending on where I'm at, I may charge anywhere between $100 an hour or something like that. It's like an 8, 9, 10 hour job. All right, so it could easily add up to just total with the heater core and all the cooling and all that stuff. He'll be out of $1,000. And the good news, I gave him good news and bad news. Here's the bad news was that ridiculous estimate, right? The good news is we're in the middle of February. Guys, I'm here in Atlanta right now. I promise you, we're 65 degrees right now. All right, so if you want to look at it that way, technically one would suspect winter is not behind us, right? Yes, winter is behind us. The hardcore cold, freezing cold winter. I would like to suspect that's behind us. It's hard to spend $1,000 on your heater system when you're not even using the heater at the moment. Okay, now if we wake up in the morning as a snowstorm, 0 degrees, yes, he's gonna be wishing he had got it fixed. It's just one of those things, guys. And you're gonna get heat out of this side. You're getting full blown heat out of this side. It's just the restriction causing the and the farther we get down here, oh, it's really bad. None at all. And the strength is weak. So I can't, everybody's different, guys. I'm coming, this is my conclusion. All right. Some may say it's not the heater coil. Some may say it's in the housing. Now, unless the door is just physically broken, and with an actuator removed, let me see, I don't even have the screws in here. Let me take this out. Like this. If you do that, you can hear, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but you can hear that door flapping up against its endpoints. I do all three of those like that. So I don't think we have an internal housing problem. Okay, and I can physically see these moving. I can run a calibration test using my scan tool to get these function. And they function. As far as those codes, they might have a set erroneously, but I can manually put these in the full heat mode and still not get heat out of here. All right, that tells me other things. Okay, problems with the heater coil. So the moral of the story is he gonna hold off on getting this fixed, maybe till next winter. I don't know if he keep the truck. All right, so yeah, he declined the estimate. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too thrilled about doing it. And sure, if he said yeah, do it, I would go into greedy mechanic mode. You know, oh my god, okay, it's quick, because I would make it quick. My whole mentality would change. Right as it sits right now, I will get diagnostic time. You know, I will get some time. I'm gonna get paid for my time checking it out. And guys, that's all I have. Let me finish. I gotta put all this back together, guys. Now I don't think this is just this easy to get to, guys. There's some panels and brackets I had to move. Yeah, I had to remove this whole thing right here in order to get to this. All right, so yes, it's not that easy. They're not gonna make it that easy. So let me put all these screws back in here, put my glove box, button everything back, and I'm done. He declined the work. That's that. All right, thanks for watching, guys.